Morning, y'all. Right, I asked you yesterday on Twitter, or the people who are on Twitter that follow me, @4golfonline, if you wanted me to look at Adam Scott's golf swing or talk about the Ryder Cup potential 4 picks. Now we know the qualified players for Team Europe. It seems like you want to talk about picks, so today we're going to talk about the 4 picks, because it almost seems from some of the research and looking that I'm doing and opinion is that 2 of them are kind of definite, which we'll talk about. The next 2 out of a few players is going to be very, very close indeed. So let's talk a little bit about who might get picked and why, and what differences does experience make or not, all those kind of things. Should be a fun day. Right, should we look at the 8 automatic picks? So these are the players who have qualified, they're there by right, they're our main players. Now, I've written them on this board. So there's your 8 players: Fleetwood, Hatton, McIlroy, Molinari, Noren, Olsen, Ram and Rose. You're the main men. Now, out of this 8, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of the players underlined there in the blue. So Fleetwood, Hatton, Olsen, Noren and Ram, they are rookies. So they've not played the Ryder Cup before. So when it comes to talking about who we pick, how much does this board affect who we pick? Because some of the names that are being flown around that we'll talk about soon, we're talking about a combination of maybe not in the best of form, but bringing what we call experience. And what does experience mean? I mean, when we talk of rookies, I mean, Ram, is he scared of anything? I mean, I don't think it matters at all if he's not played. This guy is one of the best in the world and probably has got the potential to be the best in the world. Noren wins every week just for fun. I mean, how many times does this guy need to win before people give him the respect he deserves? He's a machine, keeps it in play. You know, he's just a fantastic player. Fleetwood on fire at the minute with so much self-belief. Hatton's had a great year, but is his form as good now? Hopefully, but and this is my ignorance more than anything else, post comments down below. I'm circling Hatton, and then we've also got Olsen, obviously, who qualified yesterday, made in Denmark. Brilliant result, obviously in form, and we'll talk about the importance of in form or not. For me, these 2 names are the qualifiers. The only concern's not even the right name. They're all fantastic names, but when it comes to rookies, I don't think he cares. I don't think they care either, but maybe we care, maybe the captain cares, but he could care about all of them. So this board has to affect our picks, or does it? Right, should we phone Coach, see who his picks would be? Hello, your reception in your new house is shocking.
Well, you know, not a lot I can do about it at the moment.
Are you trying to, have you bought it knowing that it'll be bad and then I won't be able to phone you all the time?
Yeah, it's my hideout, yeah.
So what about your 4 picks then?
My 4 picks, I've only got 3.
Well, you need 4, bro.
Okay, so Paul Casey.
Yeah.
Thomas Pieters.
Pieters, okay.
Henrik Stenson.
Stenson.
And do I say Poulter or do I just fob him off, you know? Poulter, let's go Poulter.
Yeah. Oh, Ray, you got a massive bit of light behind you there. Can you just spin around so we can see the beautiful Raymondo?
That better?
That is so beautiful. That is just a joy for me to see on this Monday morning. Right, we're talking Ryder Cup picks.
Yep.
Matt has chosen Thomas Pieters, Poulter, Stenson and Casey as his 4 picks. What are your 4 picks?
I would agree with all of them. The only slight question mark might be Pieters, but I don't really have a better alternative than that either. I think Stenson has to play, obviously. Casey's playing well and made himself available again. Poulter just has to go because he's missed the Ryder Cup and he's coincided with a great run of form as well.
Yeah.
Pieters stepped up last time in Hazeltine, definitely.
Yeah.
Played really well, so I have absolutely no issue with him going.
What about then, one other question. So we've got, out of the qualified, you got 5 rookies out of the 8. So 5 of the players are rookies.
Cool.
How much does form dictate over experience? Because no one's mentioning Matt Wallace out of you two yet.
True. And how many times he won this season? 3?
I think it's 3, and he's just won now. So that's the question: is it form or is it experience?
I would say form. I would lean towards form.
But then well, why are we not picking Wallace then?
Yeah, true. Like I said, he could, in my mind, quite easily replace Thomas Pieters, and especially the way he won this weekend. What was it? He birdied 7 of his last 8 holes or something.
Yeah, it was crazy finish.
That obviously proves he's got the minerals.
Lovely minerals, Wallace.
Yeah, he can obviously step up when he needs to, and yeah, I don't know. I don't buy into the experience thing as much as others. I don't think. It's obviously a different type of pressure, but they're under pressure every time they week. They're playing for their livelihoods, so I think they can cope with that sort of pressure regardless of whether they played in a Ryder Cup or not.
Perfect. So confirm your 4 then for me, please.
So I'm going to agree with you now. I'll go with Matt Wallace.
Okay.
I'll go with Stenson. I'll go with Casey and Poulter.
Poulter. So no Garcia. So the experience is not, and he's just
Again,
not.
that's experience and form. Like, he's been rubbish all season. I know, but I think that experience goes out the window if he clearly hasn't played well for what, 8-9 months.
Absolutely, absolutely. And I will look forward to seeing you there.
Yes, it will be nice to see you out in Paris, won't it?
Oh, let's get.
I missed out on the last trip to Paris.
Really, what it comes down to, it's a question of form or experience. You need to kind of put yourself on one side of the fence or not. Because that's going to help you choose your pairings, it's going to help you choose your overall team, and it's going to make you feel comfortable about your picks or not. I think when you break it down to those 2 factors, then we really start to learn where maybe the pick should be. Obviously, I have no idea what's going on through the captain's head. Let me show you some facts that I found that might make you move more towards form, people like Wallace, and maybe not so much towards experience, whatever experience is. So I've got some stats here from 1979 Ryder Cup points to 2014. And what's interesting is Team Europe are always very good. They're winning basically the 4-ball and the foursomes. That's where they excel. So total points for 4-balls for Europe is 81 in this period to 66 for USA. In the foursomes, we've got 76 points total to their 67. So the 4-ball and the foursomes, we're definitely dominating that. But when it comes to the singles, over these years, total points, Team USA is 113 to our 103. And for me, this number is where the form idea comes in. So on paper, generally, you have more major winners in the US team, you have higher world rankings in the US team, and generally more wins if you take collectively the whole team. So career-based form is stronger. Now foursomes and 4-ball, you could argue that it levels it a bit more, playing half the shots, playing in foursomes a style of game that might not suit yours perfectly. So imagine me and Matt playing foursomes together would be quite an interesting mix, wouldn't it? Do you see what I mean? Because it's putting us almost both out of our comfort zones, certainly me. So I think the foursomes and 4-ball level it, so your form maybe doesn't pay the bigger dividends that we see when we get to the singles. Mano on mano, all about form, all about performance. Then we start to see that the Americans come through stronger. So on that, my choices, I'm going to go Stenson, I'm going to go Casey, I'll go Matt Wallace. There's another thing. If I go race to Dubai, rankings, this might be a curveball. I think last year really showed how we picked on experience with Westwood not having Noren, form, not to kind of just single out Westwood because it's a collective team, but do you see what I mean? That's possibly not the best pick. Rafa, Cabrera Bello, 10th on the race to Dubai. Russell Knox, 8th on the race to Dubai. Russell Knox, Poulter, 25th on the race to Dubai. Poulter, surely we are picking on form, but we're picking on experience as well. I'm going to throw the curveball in there just to be fun, and I don't think this is a pick because I think Poulter will get picked and will be a great pick. But for me, I think I'd go Russell Knox. Oh, the comment section is going to explode now. I'm sorry. That is not a remark on Poulter, because Poulter is fantastic as well. Well, there you go. There are my picks. Rory's, Coach. Let us know what yours are. Obviously, you've got the qualified players. It's interesting, isn't it? I mean, it can go either way. The thing is, you can pick Poulter and not Knox, and I still think we can win. You can pick Knox and Poulter, and I still think you can win. All Thomas Bjorn has got to be able to do is justify his picks to himself, not even to us really, to himself. He's captain. I'm happy for him to be in charge. I think it's going to be a fantastic Ryder Cup. I'm really happy it's in Paris. I'm really happy I'm going. If you haven't already watched us play Le Golf National, it's on YouTube, me and Matt hacking it around. The course in the end is fantastic for Ryder Cup. It's going to be brilliant. Post comments down below. Who are your 4 picks and why? Are you going more experience or are you more form? I've definitely gone more form on mine. Love to hear as always. Hit that comment section up. Thumbs up the videos if you're loving the daily vlog still. And remember to hit that subscribe button if you don't subscribe to the channel already. Thanks for watching. I'm going to boys football this evening. Training. Quite a lot of standing around for that.
Perhaps I will pick Garcia because I want my Masters flag signed.
Alright, I'm not sure you would make a good captain personally.